Welcome to the virtual classroom of Chembase School of Chemistry. Before I proceed, I just want to check whether the sound is clear. If sound is clear, please indicate so on the chat column. Usually the microphone is disabled for the students at the moment, so you can let me know on the chat column if the sound is clear or not. Sajid, the sound clear? Can all of you hear me clearly? Yeah, Safia is fine. Sajid, can you hear me? Yeah. I will not hear your voice yet because your microphones are disabled. So I will explain how the class works, and later on I'll be enabling the microphone. If you want to chat with me, you will notice on the right side of your tab or the PC, you will see on the screen a raise hand icon. You can just click on that icon, then I will attend to the questions. Anyway, let me first of all introduce you some learning tools. In fact, we're not going to have a class today. As we discussed before, it's just an introduction to the tools, how this online virtual classroom works. And I usually advise to use, one second. Advise to use the headset if you want to communicate with the teacher. It is there are a couple of options. The first option is you can raise the hand, or else you can use the chat column to chat with the teacher. Or if you need to forward your question via voice, then of course I have to enable the microphone. So I will do that in a while, right? So before that, let me introduce you certain tools. Especially if you need to talk to the teacher, you have to ensure that you have a headset with the microphone. If you're using a tab or an iPhone, you can use the normal the earphones which comes with the mic for the usual usage of the phone. This is very important because if not, there will be echoing, because my voice again will travel back to me and your voice will travel back to you again, so it will start echoing if you don't have this particular mic and the headset. So it's very important to have that when you're having the class. And you notice, first of all, you see there are a couple of whiteboards on the screen. You see whiteboard 1 where I have uploaded the periodic table. Can you notice that? If so, please mention that in the chat column. Can you clearly see this? The whiteboard with the periodic table. Right. Okay. How about this tute? Can you notice the tute? This is just a tute which I uploaded on atomic structure. Is that clear? We'll have in the class. I hope Sajid is okay. Yeah. So in the class, we will have few whiteboards like this. One of the boards will be the periodic table, and the other board will be the class tute which we are discussing. For example, this is the study pack 1. Can you do pack 1C? Right? Yeah. Okay. So you see the study pack, and you can notice my cursor here. So I'll be pointing you. And plus, we'll be having another whiteboard. In that whiteboard, I'll be basically writing the explanation, right? Whatever the drawings or whatever I explain will be written here, right? So there are a couple of tools here we can use, like the grid like this, or certain tools, for drawing, it's used here, and different colors, right? So this is basically used by me, by the teacher, and there is opportunity for you all also to use the board to dictate certain things. For that, I need to activate your writing control. I'll explain that later on how it is done, right? So, so there will be a few boards like this. So I'll be basically using one board for the explanation purpose. Then I'll be going back to the tute to detect the the relevant question which you are discussing, right? And another board sometimes will appear for any demonstrations, like, for example, we might have demonstrations like certain videos of certain practicals, right? So in that case, I'll be uploading the link, and I'll be playing the video. For example, I will just play one video here just to check whether it's clear.
Simple distillation at atmospheric pressure may be used to purify a liquid that boils below about 200 degrees Celsius without decomposing. To start, clamp the flask and fit it with a distillation head. If you don't know the boiling temperature, use a water-cooled condenser, a Liebig condenser. If possible, secure the joint with a clip. Cradle the condenser on the fixed jaw of the clamp and close the upper jaw to hold it firmly but not too tightly. It should still be possible to rotate the condenser so that the lip at the outflow end points downwards. Attach a take-off bend and ideally secure it with a clip. Take-off bend using a further clamp, boss and stand. Should always flow up the condenser jacket. Keep a steady but not too powerful water flow going and check it from time to time. Not more than 2/3 full at the start of the distillation. Switch on the hot plate and at first set the heating rate to maximum until the liquid starts to boil. Suspend a thermometer in the oil to monitor the temperature of the heating bath.
Device, whatever you're using, it supports this type of video. And also, if you all need to dictate to me some certain items from the board, then I'll be enabling your writing control. Then you can also, you will have a cursor with your name and you can find certain things on the board. Right? We'll just try that to be done now. I think I have given the writing control. I think Safia and Sajid, you can now, can you notice now on the screen, you can highlight, you can just click on it, right or left click, then it will highlight certain sections from the board. Safia, you okay? You tried just to point certain points from use your tool. Write on the whiteboard. You can try writing it. You can see some icons on the left side. You can select the pencil icon and then you can start writing on the board. You can try that as well. Here you can write, yes. Right. Okay, fine. Right, okay. So if you all need to use the board, that's possible. So that will be enabled if necessary. So I'm going to disconnect that. So if you need to talk and express your question, you can simply mention that in the chat column and say, I have a question, but I cannot type, it's too long, so I need to put it out or voice it. Then I will enable your microphone. Now, when I enable the microphone, you will notice there is a message appearing on the screen saying that you have been invited to join the live interaction using audio and it says accept invitation. You should accept the invitation, click yes. And sometimes you will see both audio and video. The same way you have to accept the invitation for the audio video, right? I like to hear from you just a couple of words to check whether it works well.
I can.
Is the voice clear?
It's very clear.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep, it's quite clear.
I don't come online with my videos because it basically distracts the students, because sometimes when you see my face, you will miss the board, right? So usually I don't come, you don't see my face, but sometimes you do, because I may have to, demonstrate certain models or certain reactions. In that case, you will notice myself being online, on the video. So just try that. So sometimes not always, sometimes we'll use the videos for, certain demonstrations. Like, for example, I want to show you these models, then you will have a, look at the video. But not always. I will not come always online, because then you will miss what I write on the board. So unless there are some demonstrations, I show some models or, some reactions, some certain apparatus, how to use them. Other than that, I will not come, you will not see me the video of it. Particular note, and then show me how your working is done, right? So that facility is also available here, but that is very rare. We will not be always using it, right? Okay. You will receive the class link, meaning the recorded video of the class will be received. That recorded video will be available in your WizIQ inbox. So once you create an account with WizIQ, which already you all have, that particular class will be recorded and saved in your WizIQ inbox. The WizIQ inbox will have a small link, the class link is the class title. So by clicking on that link, you can view the class any time after maybe a couple of months, or after 1 or 2 years, still the links will be active. So you can watch the class. And that's one of the main advantages of having this online class. It's not like having one-to-one class. The online class, you can, after even a few months or years, you can review the class and get more, refresh your memory, right? Okay. So even this particular recording will be available for you. You can log on to your WizIQ inbox, and maybe tomorrow, day after, you want to just, or even next month before we start the class, if you want to just go through it. Sometimes there will be issues with the internet. It may be from my end or from your end. Issues in the sense like, sometimes internet will be slow. It might get disconnected. So if in case during the class, if the internet connection get disconnected, nothing to worry, just don't do anything. Automatically system will reconnect you, right? So nothing to be done about it. So sometimes you notice it happens to in my end as well. Sometimes you will see I'm going offline. Don't panic, I'll be back, because sometimes there will be issues with the connection. It has so many benefits and so many advanced tools to be used for learning, because now things have changed, not like before. Teachers stand in front of a board and in front of 20 odd students, it is more than 100 years old method, maybe more than 100, maybe 1,000 years old maybe. But still now this is, with the development of all the technology, there's so many things we can do, even if you attend the class, you can get the recordings after a few months and you can view the class again, right? And the most important thing is you have to make sure you have that particular study pack with you. For example, I will tell you in advance, this day I'm going to do atomic structure 1C, and you have to make sure your 1C is with you, right next to you, because you need to take notes, live notes while I'm teaching. I'll dictate the notes to you. For example, this particular first question describes the simple model of an atom. I'll be basically drawing the structure of the atom here. You have in the center the nucleus, which consists of protons, which is positively charged, and in between the protons you got the neutrons, which is neutral, right? And the neutrons are neutral. The neutrons help the protons to be together because protons are positively charged. So what happens when there's two positive charges, they repel. So in between you get the neutron, right? So this is the nucleus, and then around the nucleus in specific orbitals or shells, the electrons circulate. So I'll be using this type of diagram. So you have to basically observe the board and then take down notes below each and every topic. Is that clear? Have your study pack next to you, and class is not very long. It's about 1 hour 15 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes, right? So I think discussed about the timings. Usually online classes won't be basically 1 hour 15 to 1 hour 30. So you will receive the class link a few minutes before the class, right? The class link will appear in your device. If you're using the WizIQ app, it will appear that saying that you have a class that's starting at this time. So then you can simply by clicking launch class or join class. First you should accept the invitation like we did today and say join class or start class. Then you can log on to the class. Is that clear? Yeah, right. So seems like there's no questions, and so hope to see you soon. Hopefully first week of September we can start. The first chapter anyway will be atomic structure. So keep yourself ready with 1C, and we'll see how it goes.